Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that power card right off the bat. The Luster Strength card, which is your superpower card. This is the card that rules the sign of Leo. Okay, so that's very significant. What are you doing? What is this magic that you're making, right? Let's put that into some context. That doesn't happen very often, Leo. This is special. This is really special. We've got a Four of Swords. We've got a Knight of Pentacles. A Six of Wands. Oh, Prince of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles. You're out here living your best life, Leo. This is, wow. It's a stress-free time for you. I think you're having a lot of accomplishments. You're able to really, you have the vision, you have the effort to build on your vision, and you have the results of your vision, right? And there's a real confidence here. And I really feel like this is literally you out here living your best life. Nine of Cups, of course. Of course it's a Nine of Cups. What else would it be? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, of course. What else? The Nine of Swords is in the position of what we don't want, okay? So don't freak out. And we've got the Eight of Wands. Now, this is getting good. My goodness, I'm kind of flabbergasted by this. This is really wonderful. I think with the Eight of Wands at the end, that's you able to now take your vision and your confidence and your creativity, your magic, your superpower, and you're opening up a lot of different areas. You're starting to diversify. You're having so much success over here, you think, well, maybe I'll go over here and try some things out over here. Yeah, sure enough, right? Everything's coming out Leo right now, okay? This is extraordinary. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is that factor infinite. You got good stuff just coming out all over the place. There's the best life, the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is literally the picture of your best life, and that's what the Knight of Pentacles is looking at. So there's a reminder here to keep your eyes always set on the future. Always be looking ahead, always be thinking ahead, right? Let's do one more little shuffle. Okay, this can be our mystery card, Mr. Ed, right on top. You got the intuition. Go ahead and take a guess on that card or what you think it's going to be. Put it down in the comments by the end of the reading when we reveal it, okay? But yeah, this is, I think, a reminder to always be looking long-term. Think ahead. Always have long-term goals in your mind, okay? Because the one risk we have here is that we get so wrapped up in the moment that we forget to plan. We forget to kind of, have those long-term goals. We just get wrapped up in how good this feels. Nine of Cups. How good it feels right now. Instead of planning to keep it going. Planning for the longevity. Planning for the future. Making this last, right? So you're out here living your best life, and it's very much in the moment, but there's a reminder here to always be thinking long-term, okay? Let's take a look around at what we've got. We've got two major arcana cards. Yeah, the Strength and Lust card, the Leo card, and the Wheel of Fortune. It is your time to enjoy all of the fruits of your labor. All of the abundance of life is there for you right now. This is extraordinary. We do have our fire here, and here we've got only the Nine of Cups as the water. But you know what? That's all the water we need. We don't want to get too deep in our emotions. We don't want to get too wrapped up in how good it feels, right? This feels satisfying and abundant on every level of your being. Okay? This is life fulfillment here. We see a very little bit of air, and the air we see is balanced, right? We're not overthinking, we're not underthinking. It's a nice 4. Maybe the 6 would have been a little bit better, but that's okay. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. At least there's not a stressful energy here. That's what we're trying to avoid. No bad days, right? No bad days. But this does say that that's not all we have our mind for. We're not just trying to avoid pain, right? And instead have pleasure. What we have to do is use these swords now to project our energy out into the future and have that mystical vision. Where are you going to be next year, right? Where are you going to be 10 years from now? Start doing things right now. You've got all this success right now, and I think you're earning a lot of money. I think you're having a good time. You're living your best life. You got your pets, your plants, your people. Let's put some of these resources aside for the future, okay? Because we do have a lot of earth energy here. And then we got even a little bit more at the end there as a bonus, right? A little bonus, having a little party at the end here. Pets, plants, people. You've got resources. You've got abundance. You're out here living your best life. And I like it. And I'm very happy for you. This is your power card, your lust, strength, energy, magical ability. This is you realizing, not realizing, this is you doing it. This is you in such control over your talents and skills and your energy in a very expressive, creative, almost explosive creative way, but you're in control, right? And it's a fine line. It's a razor's edge between being out of control and being in control. You push your own energy to the very limit that you can you're driving as fast as you can, but you're still pretty much able to control the car. Don't actually do that. It's dangerous. Don't do it. But that's the energy that we get. We're pushing everything to the absolute extreme, but still under your conscious control, right? Very, very good energy. This is so creative. I think that you have so many different things going on right now. It's this feeling kind of like I can conquer the world. I can take on any challenge. There's almost an invincibility complex here, And we have to be careful with that, especially with the six of wands back here. It's Jupiter in Leo, right? You have this Jupiter, this expansive energy. Here's Jupiter over here. Jupiter rules the Wheel of Fortune. So Jupiter in Leo, right? These two is exactly what we have here. So this is a lot of success, a lot of things going your way, right? Getting your way a lot. Getting your way too much might really start to inflate this Leo idea where we feel like I'm, bigger than God, right? Bigger than the universe. I'm invincible, bigger than any challenge. It's a little bit of hubris. We have to hold the reins. We ought to be in control. All right. It's a very good problem to have, but it's a problem nonetheless. We don't want to overinflate our energy right now. We have to invoke a little bit of humility, right? We need to keep with our gratitude. We need to keep with our humility. We need to try to plan and diversify, be responsible, all this kind of stuff. We got to stay Six of Wands in balance because the Jupiter part wants excess, wants more, wants to be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And sure, we want to succeed. We want to keep growing and evolving. We want to stay on this roller coaster for as long as we can, as long as we're having fun. We're going to keep building it higher, higher, higher. I will say that we run the risk of building a tower. Okay? So we have to spread out the base. A tower is skinny and straight up, right? Not very stable. We need a wide base. And I think that's what we're doing here. We're realizing that we have to broaden the base of our temple, right? That our tower is kind of, it's kind of teetering a little bit if we build it too high. So what we need is to broaden our horizons. And I think that's what I mentioned with the Eight of Wands. We're trying different things. We're saying, well, I'm so successful here. Let me diversify. Let me spread this energy out a little bit so I have a wide base. Then we can really build higher, right? And this is very smart. I think you're very smart. I think you're in this wonderfully successful period of time. Everything you touch seems to be turning to gold. Because you have the vision, you have the picture of the future that you want. You know what you want this day to be like, this week, month, year, 5 years, 10 years, 20-year plan. You've got that vision, right? And all of that is absolutely possible, provided you do the work, provided you build it, right? Provided you got a little bit of that Jupiter energy on your side, you know. And provided that we keep checking in with that vision, because sometimes we get so wrapped up in the building of something that we don't realize that the original plans have changed, right? So we get very caught up in the building up of that tower that we need to sometimes pause and have a little group meeting, you know, have a little professional huddle and say, is that still looking good? Do we need to do anything different? Do we need to change anything? How's our foundation? How's our foundation of love and gratitude and humility, right, and connection? How's our self-care? How is our interpersonal relationships? How are we doing? How's checking in? That's why businesses have meetings every now and again, right? Otherwise, people are just out there building, and they may not have gotten the memo that things have changed. Or the memo maybe never even got sent. We're just out here doing what we're doing. Sometimes we got to have a group meeting, and I think that we're doing that. We're seeing if the vision is still the same, if everything is still looking good for our path, and that's a way of us. And really, the Four of Swords is that business meeting, right? In order for you to take all of your creative energy, it's like you're the owner, the CEO, the CFO of this company. You know, you're the whatever, the head of the board of directors, whatever that is called. And you have to have those meetings. You have to check in and listen to what's going on around you, listen to how everybody's doing, check in with the future, check in with how the projects are coming along, so that we can project, we can make estimations of what else we're doing and how it's going to turn out, right? So we need that Four of Swords. We need to be able to assess our current plans, the current state of affairs, the current state of operations, and make any adjustments as necessary, right? Because we want to avoid disaster. We want to avoid calamity. We get so wrapped up in these two, the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Cups, a little bit of Six of Wands thrown in there, and we might fall right into this trap. We might fall, you know, the tower might come crumbling down because, you know, I was too wrapped up in how good it was feeling. It was a whirlwind of excitement that I didn't bother to check in with everything. I didn't bother to really assess the foundations and check on everything. We have to avoid the Nine of Swords because that really is the disaster. And this is the card we don't want. And you're already aware of that. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Okay. But the future, Princess of Pentacles, this can literally be everything. You know, and I think that it's important for you to have a lot of irons in the fire, but not so many that your resources are spread too thin, your vital resources and money, time, space, right? So you've got to prioritize. You can build anything you want. You can manifest any kind of life that you want, but you've got to prioritize. Okay, you got to try to do things in a well thought out, organized way. You got to have a plan, you know. So we need that Four of Swords, very important. This energy is so good. I want to do a Metatron Oracle card. I don't feel like we need to talk too much about the tarot today. Everything is as it should be. Just keep doing what you're doing. Remember to check in with everybody else. Remember to kind of check in with your vision, right? To go and visit the resources every once in a while. Make sure everything's good. Make sure you're not being spread too thin. Diversify, broaden the base, right? Remember your foundations of humility and gratitude and love and connection. But really, Nine of Cups, enjoy it. Enjoy this time of your life. You're out here living your best life. And here's a Metatron Oracle card. Oh, they're kind of stuck together still. This is family, circles of life. Aha, see? Circle of life, Wheel of Fortune. We might get so wrapped up in our success, our creative works, our business, whatever this necessarily is, And we forget that there's a lot of other things going on too. And that's part of the Nine of Cups, because this is physical and financial, health and wealth abundance, right? It's also mental, emotional abundance, spiritual, creative abundance, success, pleasure, satisfaction, fulfillment. We need to remember that our life is a whole life, you know? And so maybe family, circles of life. Maybe this is a couple of things. This is, yes, definitely focus on those people that are near and dear to you, your loved ones. Make sure that you're connecting with them and enjoying them, enjoying the people that you're with. You know, really having a good time with your loved ones. But also the circle of life, right? We're thinking of things that extend beyond us. We're thinking of legacy. We're thinking of generational wealth. We're thinking of what we're going to pass on, what we're going to leave. What is the example that you're setting for others in your life, in your family, the next generations? Even if you don't have kids, right? But just what you're putting out into the world, you know, for other people to witness. So you are, you're an influencer now. So you've got to be aware of how your successes, how your foundational energies, your gratitude, your love, your humility, how that is influencing other people in your life. Maybe your family and friends, but the world at large. Okay? What are you passing on? What is the example that you're setting for others? Okay. Very nice. I like that. I like the Metatron Oracle deck. Why don't we do also an angel number card? You're getting all the special cards today, Leo. Because I don't know what else to talk about. And this reading's only been 15 minutes so far. So there's really not a lot of challenges. I could sit here and sing your praises over and over again, and you're probably saying, yes, please, say more of that. But there really isn't much to warn you about. There's not really much to encourage you about. I feel like you're doing everything right. I feel like you're literally just out here living your best life. There are these points of emphasis that I think you need to focus on. Family, friends, that connection, what you're passing on, what is the legacy, the generational wealth, what are you creating? And the idea here that we need to broaden the base. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, right? Angel number today, 0220. Act on your idea. Well, yeah. Isn't that what you've been doing? Whoops. Isn't that what you've been doing? Act on your idea. It says, realistic and practical approach, goals, divine timing. That's the Wheel of Fortune, right? I always say that about the Wheel of Fortune. It's the cosmic timepiece. It's Spirit's wristwatch. Ambition, cooperation, discipline. See, the discipline of the lust or strength card, and that's kind of what it comes down to. You've got to hold the reins. You're pushing everything to the absolute extreme. You're pushing things really close to the red line. You've got to stay in control of the car, right? Discipline, cooperation. If it says you have the benefit of good fortune. Yeah, you do. Wheel of Fortune right here. You have the benefit of good fortune. And if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what your plant will grow. Am I reading that right? You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what you plant will grow. I think there's a typo. Since what you plant will grow. Yes, you're about to experience a spectacular ascent. Well, typos aside, I love it. And I think you are experiencing that now. I think we feel that we're rising, we're building up and up and up. Broaden the base. Broaden the base. Don't forget your spiritual practice. Don't forget your family, your circle of friends, the circle of life, right? And don't be devastated when this luck seems to have a little hiccup. Right? Because I think that maybe is what the Nine of Swords is saying, that if any little thing goes wrong, I don't want it to throw you completely for a loop, completely off your game. Just roll with it, deal with it, move on. Okay? A little bit of sand in your shoe is not going to kill you, right? It's going to happen. It's a little irritation. It's a little blip in a larger picture. Don't let the first calamity, the first even disaster, even if it's something major, don't let it totally ruin your trajectory. Deal with it. Keep going. All right. That's I think the only real caution that we have. The only bad card, right? Bad card is the Nine of Swords. But we'd rather be ready for it than be caught off guard, be caught by surprise. You know it's there. We know we don't want it, right? The Nine of Swords. We know it's there. We know we don't want it. But yet we know that eventually, this momentum is going to hit a little obstacle, a little roadblock, a little bit of sand in our shoe, a little bit of dirt in our eye or something. That's okay. It happens, right? It's unavoidable. Don't let it devastate you. Deal with it, move on, okay? We can do one more new thing, and this is some Tree of Life oracle cards, Kabbalah oracle cards. I haven't used these yet. This is going to be the first card. They sound new, right? They sound new, and they definitely feel new. But we'll see if this gives us any kind of fun energy or something, some different perspective. I think that can be the one. The Pillar of Mercy, it says, right? The Pillar of Mercy. Which, incidentally, in the center is Jupiter. Jupiter is the sphere of mercy, right? And mercy as in tempering that fire energy, right? It's about the balanced force. It's not all fire and ambition and creativity. No, there's humility. There's love. There's balance, there's tolerance, there's understanding, there's acceptance. It's not just all force and fire, right? Grace, peace, and love. Grace, peace, and love. And I think we need that, and we need to focus on that. And really, I think with the Jupiter energy, it's kind of like, be thankful. Count your blessings. Know that we are in a very successful time in our life and be appreciative of it. Count our blessings, have gratitude for the fact that we have this space right now where we can create and build everything that we're building. This is extraordinary. It's got to be the best reading I think I've ever done. Let's look at the mystery card. Let's put some of this stuff aside and see if I can navigate our mystery card here without lifting it up and seeing what it might be. I kind of don't want to look at it because what if it's the Tower, right? What if it's nothing good? It's okay. We know it's coming, right? We know we can deal with it. We know we can handle it. It's not going to throw us off course. It's not going to really disturb anything. We're just going to handle it, deal with it, and move on. Magician. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Well, Queen of Swords is okay too. Queen of Swords, a little bit of water, a little bit of air, right? This is our ability, I think, to have calm, rational conversations. Queen of Swords, she's kind of sitting there with her sword, and she's going like that. Saying, come on, I know that there's something going to happen. I know there's going to be some sort of bad day, right? I know something's going to go wrong at some point. It's okay. I'm ready for it. I can handle it. There's peace here. There's calm. There's tranquility. There's sharpness. Very vigilant, very, very ready. But it's a peaceful, calm readiness for everything that's coming next. This is your ability to make decisions, not being clouded by all this success and all this Jupiter, all this expansive energy. Making sound judgments, sound and wise decisions. Maintain the sharpness of your mind. Okay? Really nice. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Leo every Tuesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from, all right? I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.